What up everyone, it's Bagels, and I want to talk about something extremely personal to me today. This gets me super hella worked up, I'm not even gonna lie. What do vegetarians even eat? Do vegetarians get enough protein? How could they possibly get enough protein if they aren't eating any meat? I just like munch on some carrots and heads of lettuce in the fridge. If I'm feeling real hungry and we don't have anything, I just go out front and like munch on the grass. Okay, so I was vegetarian for 6 years, up until last year when I started eating fish. When people find out you're vegetarian, one of the most common reactions is you get people who seem to be so concerned about your nutrition. All of a sudden, they're a nutrition expert. Oh, do you get enough protein? What do you even eat? How could you possibly, that can't be healthy for you. Like, bitch, please. The people who are most concerned about where a vegetarian gets their protein, they're really the people that need to be worried about their own nutrition the most, because they clearly don't understand it at all. I made a salad yesterday. People think salad, oh, just lettuce. Like, the salad had salmon in it, kidney beans, and peanuts. Those were the main sources of protein in there. And that salad had enough protein to be an entire day's worth of protein. Let's just think about that for a second. There are so many different places to get protein other than meat. In fact, there's a lot of vegetarian items that have more protein than meat itself. I'm gonna Google this. Vegetarian sources of protein. 10 of the best vegetarian protein sources from ohmyveggies.com. Here we go. Beans. Beans are like your best friend. 1 cup of black beans contains 15 grams of protein. That's crazy. Lentils. Honestly, I don't really eat lentils. Tofu, guys. 3.5 ounces of tofu is 12 grams of protein, okay? I could munch down on a full serving of tofu. Tempeh. Soy milk. You have 8 grams of protein in 1 cup of soy milk. Soy milk, guys. Quinoa. 1 cup of quinoa has 8 grams of protein, okay? I love quinoa, okay? Quinoa is like your best friend. Nuts and nut butters. Like literally 2 tablespoons of peanut butter has 7 grams of protein, or just like a single serving of peanuts, which is about like 40 pieces. Don't tell me I don't know about my protein, because bitch, I know about my protein. Do you know about your protein? What do you eat? Like, I just get this vision of them sitting on their couch eating like cheesy puffs all day, and then like digging into a big old steak at dinner like, health and protein, No. Like, that's crazy. Oh, here's a great one. Number 10 on this list from ohmyveggies.com. Leafy greens. 1 cup of steamed kale is 3 grams of protein. 1 cup of broccoli is 3 grams of protein. Okay, a cup of broccoli, that's like a couple bites. So that's... So this is the second list that came up on the search engine. The second list, and this is from spoonuniversity.com. Quinoa, chia seeds and hemp seeds, soy, beans, nuts/nut butter, and eggs. I eat like 2 eggs for breakfast most of the time. I'm not gonna say all the time. It's really not a hard science. It's not like I'm trying to shove down like random shit like, oh, I need protein. Like, it's not like that. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met another vegetarian either who struggles getting protein. I mean, I don't... Do you go up to your meat-eating friends and say, hey, are you eating enough chicken lately? I'm really worried about your protein intake, man. People who like to sit in their houses and, like I said, eat cheesy poofs and toast and whatever the fuck all day, like, no one's ever going up to them like, hey, I'm really worried about your dietary choices, man. I mean, on top of all the other nutrition you're missing out on, what about your protein? Aren't you worried about your protein? It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like I said, I'm pescetarian. I've been pescetarian for a year now. So it's been 7 years that I've been doing this vegetarian pescetarian lifestyle. I don't even eat fish, but maybe 3 to 4 times a month. I'm not relying on my protein from meat. I think that's such a backwards way of thought. And it really gets me so worked up. I will seriously, like, I'll be eating something and I'll just start like thinking about all the people that would be like, but what about your protein? It triggers me. Like, that is such a huge trigger, and I know I can't be the only vegetarian slash pescetarian or whatever that gets triggered by that. It needs to stop, guys. It really needs to stop. I appreciate your concern and all of that, but really, like, just reflect your concerns back onto your own dietary choices instead of worrying about what someone else is putting in their body. Maybe you should worry about what you're putting in your body. I'm not gonna say my diet's perfect at all. By no means is my diet perfect. I have to remind myself sometimes, like, I need to eat some veggies, fill up on some fruit or whatever. But I would say, like, I'd venture to say I probably eat a lot more fruits and vegetables than a lot of other Americans do, because I mean, that's my diet. If I want to do a taco, throw it on a piece of lettuce. Pizza, throw your pizza on a mushroom. Burger, wrap your burger up in some lettuce, okay? All my cat wants in. Boo-boo, come on. Blue wanted to make an appearance. Say hi. Say hi, boo-boo. He's an angel. I love you! Okay, sorry about the interruption. So I found the statistic. Only 1 in 10 Americans eats enough fruits and veggies. Let's let that sink in. CDC.gov, 1 in 10 adults get enough fruits or vegetables. And I'm gonna link this down below, all the websites that I got my information from, just so you can check out these links for yourself. Just 1 in 10 adults meet the federal fruit or vegetable recommendations. Let's take a moment of silence to cry for our country. Okay, guys, this is the recommended guidelines, okay? This isn't even crazy, per the CDC. So, depending on their age and sex, federal guidelines recommend that adults eat at least 1.5 to 2 cups a day for fruit. I mean, that's like, just eat that with your breakfast or something, I don't know. And 2 to 3 cups per day of vegetables. That's like vegetables with your dinner or vegetables with your lunch. I mean, that's honestly, that's kind of sad. But 1 in 10, that's like 90% of adults are not getting their recommended fruit and vegetable intake. And that's not even a hard intake to meet. What are you eating? I don't understand, like, what are you eating? I just want to flip the tables onto you guys. Like, when you're coming up to a vegetarian and you're wondering, how are you getting enough protein? I'm on this end thinking, what are you eating? If you're not eating a bunch of fruits and vegetables, what are you eating? What are you eating? Like, just take a step back and evaluate your own nutritional decisions before you come in and judge mine. And besides the protein, put the protein off to the side for a second. If you're not eating all your fruits and your vegetables, think about all the other valuable nutrition you're probably deficient in. And I got my blood tested. I was deficient in vitamin D. So, but I mean, other than that, my blood work was normal and it was fine. Imagine that when you eat fruits and vegetables like you should be, your body's getting the nutrition that it needs from those fruits and vegetables. If you have specific cravings, that's your body trying to tell you that you're lacking in something that you need. And if you've trained your body to want junk food and to eat junk food, that's what your body's gonna crave. But if you just eat like natural, real food, your body adapts, and that's what your body tells you that you want. I just automatically assume anyone that has the care in their heart to worry about my nutritional needs is a junk food junkie. You need to read up on your own nutrition and count your macros and figure out what you're putting in your body. I don't count my macros, but I have before, just to make sure I was getting the recommended protein and whatever. I'm not just guessing or assuming that I get enough protein. I literally have gone weeks where I counted my protein macros every day. Every day I counted my protein intake. and I was always right there or above what I needed. And you can get too much protein, by the way. That is a thing. You can get too much protein. We're gonna go to the WebMD. So here's what WebMD is saying about a high protein diet. I don't think there is any evidence to support the notion that adding high amounts of protein plays an important role for athletic training. This is a quote from Stephen Hemsfield. This is just talking about a high protein diet for athletes. Okay, if you're not an athlete, you probably shouldn't even be looking into a high protein diet at all because it's unnecessary. It's not going to do anything for you. In addition to not providing any benefit to general health, eating a high protein diet may have adverse effects. The authors cite several studies that have found associations between excess protein in diet and kidney disease. Another study suggests a relationship between high protein intake and prostate cancer. A Japanese study explored the association between diabetes and protein. So there is a negative correlation between too much protein and the health of your body. There's no reason for healthy individuals to consume protein in amounts above the recommended levels. There is no reason. On top of there not being a link between a high protein intake and some sort of benefit, there's actually links between a high protein intake and afflictions of your body. Like, you could be hurting yourself in the long run by eating too much protein. So can we stop with all this protein madness and worrying about vegetarians or pescetarians or vegans getting enough protein, okay? Just mind your own business. In my opinion, you do you. Like, I'm entitled to make my own dietary choices for my own reasons, just as you're allowed to make your own dietary choices for your own reasons. I feel like as long as you are knowledgeable and educated about what it is that you're putting in your body and where it came from, more power to you. Regardless of what you eat, you really have no place to go up to somebody and start questioning their dietary decisions and making them feel like they have to explain themselves to you, because when does anyone ever do that to you? If that conversation or that topic is open to discussion, then by all means have that discussion. Make it a civil, open discussion. I assure you, most vegetarians and vegans are probably a lot more aware of what they're putting in their body than you mindless carnivores, alright? I'm not saying all you carnivores are mindless, don't take that the wrong way. But I feel like it's only the mindless carnivores coming after the vegetarians and vegans saying, but how do you get enough protein? Just the moral of this story is, before you ask a vegetarian or a vegan, how could you possibly be getting enough protein? Evaluate your own nutrition before you try to evaluate someone else's, because it's just really rude and really offensive. I'm speaking for myself here, but I also feel like probably every other vegetarian and vegan on this planet. Just stop. We don't owe you an explanation. Just stop. Ugh. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here because I think I've ranted long enough on the subject. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up because I appreciate that. And if you haven't already, you should go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna be coming out with hella videos. It's gonna be dope, alright? Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's down there or wherever. Just do it. Alright, anyways, I hope you guys have a magnificent, wonderful day. I'm OG Cheerio Space Bitch. Bagels here, signing out. Bye, guys.